it's called Dinner in a Movie.
Yeah.
Well, you want to explain?
I don't even know if I can, but I'll try. So, Dinner in a Movie is basically you have like a dinner date with somebody. You're just going to take somebody out to dinner, and you have to pick, depending on who this person is and their situation, you have to pick the perfect movie to go along with this dinner date that you're having. That's that's my approach to it, at least.
All right. So my understanding was that it was more of a scenario.
Okay. Yes.
That you are in. A scenario that you exist in.
Yes.
And what is the movie that you watch that pairs perfectly with this particular scenario?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see let's see which one's better then. Maybe you did a better job than I did.
I mean, I went into more of a fantastical and
You want me to give you my first one here?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the first one. You're 20 years old.
Okay.
And your dinner date is a woman 30 years your senior. Pick the perfect movie for the night.
All right. So there's some obvious choices that you definitely do not want to pick.
Okay. Right?
Because you can pick The Graduate.
Yes. But it's like...
But that would, I mean, that almost kind of is like, that's not going to work out between us.
That's going to get you a slap in the face.
Yeah.
That's going to get you.
You could pick Harold and Maude, which is going to get a harder slap in the face.
So, yeah, Harold's like 20 or 18 and Maude is like 80. That's 80, Harold and Maude. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. What would be a good movie to pick? Yeah.
I think that the best movie to pick is going to be Back to the Future because it's Marty and his mom. And it's flattering,
Yeah.
It's kind of a hint,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I would pick Back to the Future.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
What would you have picked?
I don't know what I would pick. It's a kind of a tough one. I might pick something like As Good as It Gets.
Okay.
Because it's sort of like Jack Nicholson's kind of like an immature whatever, and Helen Hunt is sort of the mature motherly, person who kind of like brings him around to being a more mature person.
Elevates him.
Yeah. So I feel like it would be a kind of like, he's the older person in this situation too, and Helen Hunt's obviously younger. So I think it would be kind of a way of not addressing the situation while addressing the situation.
That's not bad. It's not a bad pick.
All right. You want to give me one?
Yeah, okay. So, in my scenario, you went to a concert last night, really loud music, and you are currently temporarily deaf.
Okay, yes. Okay, yeah, like what movie now goes perfectly with this situation?
Yeah.
I kind of like how you're doing it like a scenario, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go like a silent film like City Lights.
Yeah.
Or The General.
Yes.
You could do something like that. You could go a foreign film like Life is Beautiful because there's subtitles.
There's subtitles, yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to be reading the subtitles anyway.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
I was thinking City Lights or The General.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, you were like right in line with me there. Wow. Okay. You got another one for me?
Yes. So here we go. This is my second one. Your dinner date is a friend, and you suspect that he can transform into a monster. What movie do you pick?
Okay, so you could do this in two different ways. You could do this in an accusatory way.
Yes.
Or you could do this in more of a sensitive way.
Right.
It's like you want to be the understanding friend. Okay, so the sensitive way, there's two picks that come to mind.
Okay.
One is Shrek.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
And the other one is Teen Wolf.
Okay, yes. Teen Wolf was the one I was thinking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The less sensitive way.
Yes.
You go The Wolfman.
Oh, good one.
Or The Incredible Hulk.
Yes, The Incredible Hulk was the other one I was thinking about. Yeah.
All right. That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, what do you got?
Okay. You've just hit somebody with your car.
Oh, okay.
It was a hit and run. Nobody knows it was you. You go home to watch a movie.
What movie do I watch after the hit and run?
Yeah, you just hit someone. You just hit a pedestrian.
I guess I could watch Signs. Because in Signs, Mel Gibson's wife gets killed by a guy who's drunk and ends up hitting her. He doesn't hit and run, but he ends up hitting her.
Yeah.
Gosh, a hit and run. I could watch like The French Connection. He doesn't actually hit anyone,
Ooh.
but there's that car chase where he's smashing into people.
That's a great car chase.
Yeah. Am I trying to feel better about myself here, or am I just trying to like...
That's entirely up to you.
Yeah, isn't there a scene in like one of the Hangover movies where somebody's running with a bag over their head and they get hit by a car?
I don't even know. I don't even remember.
Gosh, I'm trying to think of like... I mean, there's that Dustin Hoffman scene where he almost gets hit by the taxi driver and he says like, "I'm walking here."
Oh, Midnight Cowboy?
Midnight Cowboy, yeah.
Yeah.
What movie were you thinking about?
I was thinking of Urban Legend. But then it's like maybe you're kind of like thinking maybe that would freak you out a little bit though.
Was it Urban Legend or was it I Know What You Did Last Summer?
No, you're right. Wait.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. They hit the guy. Yes.
It's I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yes. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah. Whatever. Urban Legend. I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's another one of those '90s horror films.
All right. You want my next one?
Yeah, that's the next one.
Here's my third one. Your dinner date was recently rescued from a desert island. What movie do you pick?
Okay. Well, you might, if you wanted to stir up old feelings in her, you might do Castaway.
Right.
But
Tom Hanks.
It might depress her.
It doesn't have to be a her necessarily every time. It could just be anybody,
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it could also be, I mean, if you want something a little more uplifting, maybe like The Black Stallion.
Oh, yeah. Because he was on an island for a little bit. He was on an island
for a short period of time.
Yeah. That's a great film.
And then it's a great movie, yeah. So yeah, maybe The Black Stallion. I don't know if I can think of another one that would work well. But...
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking kind of like Castaway. That was sort of the main one I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I feel like also like Terminal is actually a good one. I think it's Terminal with Tom Hanks.
The Terminal,
once again, because he's kind of like stuck in the terminal.
Yeah.
But I do think it would probably be the worst movie choices to show someone who was just stuck on an island is showing them a movie about somebody. Robinson Crusoe with James Bond. Guy.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's got GoldenEye James Bond.
Okay, Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's multiple versions of that movie. But yeah.
All right. So I got. All right. Here's another one.
Okay.
You have the ability to see two-dimensional images in full 3D, as if you were a part of the image.
Okay.
So what movie do you watch where you like?
Oh.
You get to look around and be a part of it.
Yeah. What's the movie? The first movie I can think of to watch would probably be Return of the Jedi.
Ooh,
because
that's a good one.
Because then I could go into Jabba's palace, and I can go into like the Endor forest.
Yeah.
Avatar's always like a big one too, because I think that one looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do Jaws.
Yeah, you don't know if you'd pick a horror film.
I would not do Jaws or Arachnophobia.
No, yeah, that's probably a bit much.
Those would scare the bejesus out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Desperado would be a fun one with Antonio Banderas when he's in the bar,
Yeah.
Just gunslinging.
Guns
yeah, gunslinging in the bar. Why? What movie were you thinking of for that one?
I mean, really, any like fantastical action movie, something like Lord of the Rings or something, even like Transformers, I feel like would be fun to just kind of like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Lord of the Rings was kind of the first thing that came to mind. It's like, this would be really cool to just kind of
Lord
like
of the
walk
Rings?
around and see everything.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to give you another one?
Sure.
Okay. Number 4. Your dinner date is an undercover agent who is currently wearing somebody else's face. What movie do you pair dinner and a movie? What's the movie?
What's funny is that the first thing that came to mind is not the obvious one. Silence of the Lambs is the first thing that came to mind.
I didn't even think about that.
She's wearing someone else's face. But, but yeah, I think that, so...
Yeah.
So, Mission Impossible 2...
Oh, good one. Yeah.
It's the worst Mission Impossible, but has the most face pulls.
Yeah. With doves flying.
Yeah.
The doves fly after the face.
Doves
face
flying,
pull.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of John Woo doves and face pulls. But yeah, the Mission Impossible movies have got to be like, you know, the obvious choice for that.
You didn't think of Face Off?
Face
With John Travolta and Nicolas Cage?
Another John Woo.
Yeah.
Man, this is John Woo just loves pulling people's faces off. No, that didn't even occur to me.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible was like the
Mission Impossible
and Silence of the Lambs.
I did not even think of Silence of the Lambs. I'm kind of I'm curious if curious if there's going to be comments with people just putting like ridiculous ones down there that we didn't think about.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it.
What else? What do you got? Number 4.
Okay. You have the ability to hear a character's thoughts.
Yeah.
What movie do you watch where you like want to get to hear what they're thinking?
I can tell you the movie I don't watch. It's Dune, because we already hear every character's thoughts constantly throughout the movie. I'm talking about the David Lynch Dune from the 80s. Okay, you can hear a character's thoughts. What movie do I think I would watch The Godfather.
Ooh.
I think The Godfather would be a good one. I think hearing Marlon Brando's thoughts would be really interesting. Hearing Al Pacino's thoughts as Michael, that would be really interesting. Let me see.
Yeah. That's a really good one.
Yeah, another one. I'm trying to think of a movie with like a really smart person in it who doesn't necessarily talk too much. Maybe Good Will Hunting. Yeah. Because then, what is he thinking?
Yeah.
When he's doing this stuff,
Yeah. That's good. Those are good. Those are good picks. I wasn't really sure where to go with this one. Like, I thought like maybe kind of a small like character piece, something like The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
But then like The Breakfast Club, they're talking so much about their personal feelings that it's like you kind of hear their thoughts anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Godfather's a really good pick. I like that a lot. Good Will Hunting.
You want my number? You want my number?
How many have we done?
We've done 4. You want my number 5?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Number 5. Your dinner date is a lawyer who just got out of the hospital. Turns out he was attacked by a large animal while he was on the toilet. For anyone who gets this one immediately, I think it's going to be pretty funny. For the people who don't, it's coming.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Jurassic Park has the lawyer on the toilet get eaten by the T-Rex.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good way to. It'd be a good movie to show him too, because it's like, hey, could have been worse, right?
Yeah. Sure, you lost the case, but you got disbarred, but you could have gotten eaten by a T-Rex.
Yeah. Any movie with a bear attack would be a good pick too. The Revenant.
Yeah, it's almost like Jaws. You almost don't want to show. It's funny because like the movies we end up picking are probably the worst movies to show somebody in these situations.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. It's the obvious way to go though. Man, that's funny. Okay. Do you want to hear my last one?
Yes.
All right. You have a rare disease where you must remain in a state of constant stress. Otherwise, your heart will explode.
What's that movie, Crank?
Yes.
Yeah. With Jason Statham?
Yeah.
Crank.
I like how we both did it for our
Yeah.
last ones. It's like super obvious.
If you are, though, in that state, it's almost
Yes.
like what is the perfect movie to go along with it, where it just is never that nonstop action where there's no downtime.
The other movie that came to mind was Hardcore Henry.
Oh yeah, Hardcore Henry.
It's like that's just constant, you know.
Yeah.
So I like that one a lot too.
There's not a lot of movies that are super constant though, where there isn't that downtime.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
It's Hardcore Henry and Crank.
Yeah. Matrix Reloaded.
Matrix Reloaded.
I mean, it has downtime, but it has like it has
downtime.
very long, drawn out action scenes that last for a really long time.
Yeah, yeah.